here goes. I'm going to start this off with asking you a bunch of questions. You know what you've got to do. You've got to say yes. You've got to write your yes in the Telegram group. And you can come on video, just come on video, and you can nod your yes and say yes with me. Okay. So here goes. The first question. Would you like to see better, more clearly? Is that a yes? Can I get a yes? Can I get a nod from everyone? Can I get yeses on the Telegram group? Yes, I'm very happy. Yeses are coming in. Superb. Tell me, would you like to increase your focus and concentration? Yes? Yes? Yes, you would. Who wouldn't, right? Okay, this is very important. Are you ready to cool and calm your tired, dried, burning eyes in seconds? Yes? Yes? Can I get a yes? I can see smiling faces. I can see the nods. I can see Meena giving a thumbs up, and I can see yeses on the group. Thank you very much. Okay. Are you ready to become a visionary for your life, for your business? Yes? Yes, yes, yes. Lots of yeses. Okay. Are you ready to reduce the power in your eyes immediately, or at least arrest its increase? Yeah. Yes. I can see a whole bunch of people with glasses. I also do. Hi, Gwen. I also wear glasses. So yes, that's a big yes for me, for sure. And the next one, I'm pretty sure we'll have everybody saying yes very vigorously, which is basically, are you ready to be super attractive to money? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Big yes from everyone. And here's another important one. Are you ready to sleep better and better? Yes. Yes, you are, aren't you? Yes, you are. Superb. Awesome. Well, you know what they say about divine timing, right? That you're in the right place at the right time. And that is, well, our call today. So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies awesome masterclasses. Our expert today is owner and sharer of the decrees, the simplest, swiftest, speediest healing modality in the world. The language of decrees is unique in its usage and application. Decrees work simultaneously on the conscious, subconscious, unconscious, and DNA programs for not just us, but for the family, ancestral lineage, and past lives as well. In one shot, from babies crying in planes to getting upgraded to business class, from getting money daily to getting shipments way before schedule, calming troubled horses, clearing paralysis for rabbits, from fibromyalgia to adrenal fatigue, from IBS to insomnia, from stress to interpersonal relationships, from unworthiness to clear gifts, from computer glitches to entities. There is nothing the decrees cannot take on. For those of you who already use and practice the decrees, you know it can be used on anything and everything, on anyone and everyone, anytime, anywhere. And for those of you who haven't already experienced the magic of decrees, you're in for a treat, because on today's call, we are using this magic for our eyes. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for and join me in giving you warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the one and only Nidhu B Kapoor. Hi, Nidhu, welcome in.
Hi. Hi. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Neelu. Thank you for making this about the decrees, because that is why we are here today. We're here to experience the simplicity and speed of such a process. And we're going to take on something as physical as our eyes.
Nidhu, you know, you always work with the energies of the present time. So why eyes and eyesight Now, Nidhu, the obvious question.
It's a good question, Nilu. It's a good question. I want to ask you, I want to ask everybody, why should we be working with our eyes at this point? Why eyes? For those of you all who are familiar with my work, you know that I build on things. Like one thing leads to another. There's always a continual system of unlearning, relearning, learning. Why eyes? What do you think?
Well, for me, it's because I see you.
Avatar.
Avatar, yes. And in fact, the essence of that dialogue is exactly that I see you. It's not just like I'm seeing you. I see you like in through and through. I know you. So I think, yeah, that's why, because we're probably, seeing things, but not actually seeing things. So
We
that
look,
could be,
but we don't see.
right. We look, but we don't see. And
And
people
I
are,
see, I see you, Nilu, and I see your wonderful nail polish as well. Show us all.
oh, it's white.
It's lovely. It looks
Thank you.
amazing. And of course, we also saw your fantastic, funky, cool jewelry as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this I found out. Yeah.
My darlings, this is an antique piece of jewelry. Itself, it's about 60, 70 years old, and I had totally forgotten about it. Like it's,
And this too.
oh my, I can't see that.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. This. Can you see it?
No.
This too. Okay. Doesn't matter. Sorry.
Okay.
The back on the.
Okay.
I'll happily talk about bracelets and rings. You know that. We should do a call on that someday.
Definitely.
So people are writing in because Pooja says much needed both for eyes and sleep. Nilesh says because eyes are the windows to the soul. Gwen says 5D. Kailash says it's the view from our soul. Jasmita says eyes make you beautiful. You see the beauty of the world and God through your eyes. There is a request in for Hindi. I'm so sorry. Today's call is in English. We'll try and help you with this later. But do listen in. It's actually very, very easy and simple to understand. And you know what, Nidhu, maybe at some point of time, the decrees, at least we can just say once in Hindi as well.
I will do my best because, much as we're Indians and our native tongue is supposed to be Hindi, Bengali, Punjabi, the truth is our native tongue is English. So my apologies, but like Nilu said, please stay. At least you will get to experience some of the shifts. You'll get to experience what happens with your eyes, and you will be able to take back the iconic mudras, which are unique, never revealed, never done. It's going to be just ours.
And Sham says to see the beauty of God. And Linda says, I like that one. I'm guessing she's the seeing the divine in all of us.
Beautiful.
And yeah, so this is it. There is a request that's come in to be added to the Telegram group. May I please request you to get in touch, to just message one of the team members and they'll take care of that immediately. Thank you. And Jaya says, eyes is a camera to capture every reflection of the universe. And Asha says, open your eyes and look within.
Beautiful, beautiful. So all of y'all have at least a connection to eyes. Although I could have given y'all this hint, it's also like Gwen said. So this year is the year of active ascension. And what that means is that there is an evolution that is taking place right now. It has been taking place for quite some time. And we have been an inorganic part of it. Like we've been reacting to ascension. We've been reacting to this upgrade of vibrations that is taking place all across Earth. But 2021, active ascension is when we take responsibility and accountability of our own vibrations and work to getting to the next stage. All the work that I'm doing with the decrees are meant for 5D. In fact, the decrees themselves are a language of 5D, 5D being the fifth dimension. And for the fifth dimension, a couple of things are very important. To the question as to why eyes, I have to take you through how our eyes work. As you know, the eyes are actually a system of lens where light comes in, goes through the lens, and gets to be reflected from the retina, which is the back of the eyes. But here's the thing, because this is how light behaves in a medium. So light has a certain wavelength. When it goes through a medium, any medium, some of it reflects back and we see it. The reflection of an object is how we visualize and see the object. When it goes through the medium, like it goes through our eyes, because it goes through our eyes, the tendency for light, not tendency, it's actually a physical thing, is as it shifts from the weight of the air to the weight and density of the material, it does something called refraction. It refracts. So light goes in from here, but inside it's going inwards. When light falls like that on our eyes, do you know what happens? The image on our eyes is inverted. Not only is the image inverted, the image is in 2D. And then the optic nerves take that particular bit of information, put it down through its channels into the brain. The brain flips it over, attaches 3D, which is why some of us can park our cars very well and some of us can't, and shows it to us. And the point I'm trying to make is that we do not see with our eyes. We see with our brain. If we only had to see with the eye, we would see the world upside down. In fact, there is a theory that says that for a few days after they are born, babies actually only see the world upside down, which is why, you could be looking at them and smiling, but they could be looking like in the other direction and responding to your smile, because they actually can't figure out where your head is, where it's coming from. The brain learns. The brain learns to take that particular image and make it something that we can understand. So the brain flipping is a trained mechanism. Now, this is very important, where the brain sees the information from the eyes and translates it in a way that makes sense of the world. We are in the shadow period of Pluto and Saturn retrograde. Uranus retrograde shadow period will start shortly, and very quickly, for those of you all who are completely new, do not know what a retrograde is, this is when planets ostensibly go backwards. It's an optical illusion, but the impacts on our lives is very strong. Pluto is the planet of death. Saturn is the planet of restrictions. At the same time, Pluto is therefore the master of transformations, and Saturn is the master teacher. Between these two planets going retrograde, Pluto in April, Saturn in May, what is going to happen is that we are going to be faced with a lot of challenges. The last time Pluto went retrograde was last year. In its shadow period on March 25th, India went into lockdown. As everybody knows, this is what the rumor is right now as well, that we're headed towards another lockdown because Pluto is going to go retrograde. That's how Pluto works. He shakes everybody up generationally. Age, caste, creed, no bar. Transformations require death, rebirth, and regeneration. Saturn requires the unlearning of programs. And I'm going to take you back to what I said about the eyes. We do not see with the eyes, We see with the brain. And the brain is the seat of consciousness. And what is going on at this time? The evolution of consciousness. The evolution of consciousness is strongest upon us in times of retrogrades, including in the shadow period of a retrograde. This raising of consciousness, of awareness, of authenticity, of truth requires that our brains upgrade. Our brains are the organs of ascension. If in the last few weeks you've become aware of how your eyes are doing, they're hot, they're blurry, they're hazy, you've got more floaters, you feel like closing your eyes more, you feel like sleeping a little bit more, all of these are signs that the brain is in stages of transformation. In working with the eyes, because they are the mirrors of the soul and they are windows to the soul. And I think it was Asha who said, open your eyes and look within. In a Pluto retrograde, transformation takes place internally. Everybody else around you could be losing their head around the fears that are, and the panic and the attack, the vaccine, the lockdown. Is it possible? Should we do it? Should we not do it? Oh my God, they're interfering with our DNA. It requires for us to have a clear sense of knowing, a clear sense of seeing, a clear connection to our own intelligence about whether something would work for us or not. Pluto, while it takes place in herd mentality, does not encourage herd mentality. And for that, the way that we are seeing will show up in the ways that our brain is functioning as the seat of consciousness. And what is consciousness, my darlings? It is awareness, right? But what is consciousness? Consciousness is I am, right? It is the I am of us. I am like this, I am like that. I'm a girl, I live here, I do this, I am a guy, I go to school, I like my lunch from the cafe, I'm a man, I go to office, I take care of the I and the I am is what consciousness is, right? For somebody who's brain dead, even though their heart is functioning, is in a coma, there is no I am. They're alive, but they are not conscious. And because the brain carries the repository of the I ams, our I ams is going to be changing rapidly. And we need our eyes to bring in that information for us, even if the information at the beginning is 2D and inverted. And everything that takes place in the body is literal. And literal meaning your body part will tell you what it's meant for. Like the back is meant for the back. It's meant for the past. The front is meant for the future. What is the I meant for? What is the I literally?
Present.
I am.
Present.
What's going on right now with your eyes will tell you where you are on your stage in ascension. Will tell you what has to be done next, because there is one primary thing that completely messes up our eyes, because it messes up our brains. And these 5 things I'm going to give you rapidly, because I quickly want to take a look at how everybody's eyes are doing. I want to see where you are on the path to 5D and make sure that you are heading along faster. These 5 things, my darlings. Number 5, the thing that completely messes with our brain and therefore with our eyes. Number 5 is negativities. Negativities are toxins. Negativities are viruses and germs. Negativities are dark, dense areas. What is the eye? It is a channel of light, right? The more darkness that we have in our brain, the light's going, but you know how it is, right? Light is not limitless. When light goes into a dark room, it lightens up some part of it. But if the room beyond stays dark, it stays dark. You can light a candle in the room, but the entire room will not be lit up, right? Negativities in the brain hamper the eyesight quite a lot. And when I say negativities, I mean negativities in the way that your I ams are negative. Like, what is the one thing that you normally say to yourself? And by the way, how do you know what the state of your brain is? It's the first thought that crosses your mind when you wake up. That tells you the quality of your brain, which is then affecting the quality of the eyesight. What is the first thing when you wake up in the morning? What do you think? Oh God, another day.
I get up and literally do my 3 chants. It's the first thing.
Nice. But what's the first thought that crosses your mind?
Where are my slippers? And where's my bottle of water?
Yeah. Who else? What is the first thing that crosses your mind?
So people are writing in. Chitra says gratitude.
Nice.
Rupal says, thank you, God, for another beautiful day. Nilima says,
Nice.
I need to go out and run and complete 10K. Haha. Hansa says, every day it's different.
Right.
Rani says, gratitude. Amok says, wonderful day today, in like bold, is what crossed my mind first. Payal
Nice.
says, it's blank.
Nice.
And I think when you had asked everybody, Nidhu, that eventually I'll want to know how everybody's eyes are, people had started
Right.
giving their posts in. Would you like that also right now?
We'll come to that.
Okay.
We'll come to that.
Sadhana says, oh no, I overslept again. I'm tired. Pooja says, I smile first.
Right.
Angel says the word thank you. Deepali says it's different every day. Rani says, thank God for giving a new day. Bless me and my family and friends.
Beautiful.
Jasmita says, do my work. Monica says, gratitude to Mother Earth. Vaishali says, I chant mantras. Jaspreet says, it's morning, time to get up. Linda says, gratitude as well as prayers for others. Nandini says 90% of them. I love early mornings and sunrises. And there's Vandana says gratitude to divine to show new bright light. Sham says late again. Abhijit says grand new day filled with opportunities. Kellar says I'm grateful. Nishi says where's my phone? Juliana says grateful. Garin says divine guidance. Yogesh says blank. Anil says my God I'm late again. Lynn says my to-do list. Thanveer says every day is different. The hurt and pain of the previous day. Lakshmi says I'm late. That's the first thought. And Vandana says so much to do and look for my dog. Vandana, you know, I would have loved to say that as well. I have to shove him off my legs so that I can get off the bed. Well, actually, that's my first thought. Where's DJ? Really, I amend it. Water and slippers come later. Thank you, Vandana. And Shruti says it's morning and thinking of things to get done, and it's all pouring in this kind of
fantastic. Check the quality of your first thought with the state of your eyes. See if you can see the connection. The 1 second thing that you've got to do every morning, my darlings, that will bring ease into your eyes, into your brains, and will set your whole day sparkling and ready to be taken on like world, watch out, here we come, is you have to stretch. One of the things that's happened in the last decade is that we've stopped stretching. When we wake up in the morning, there is that. Even this, right? You trained yourself to get into gratitude. You trained yourself to make sure that you smile. You trained yourself to say, okay, I am late, I've overslept, damn, something, right? Somewhere where the mind is ticking. In stretching, I don't want you to use your mind, your brain at all. And when I say stretch, I'm not even saying get up and stretch. As you're lying down in bed, both hands up, feet extended, slight curve to the side, make a sound. You know that stretching sound, which most of us have forgotten? Do you know the stretching sound? Make the stretching sound. See what happens to your day, your life, your eyes, your brain, your mind in 3 days. But you've got to remember to do it. You might remember it tomorrow morning and day after, because we have a call tomorrow as well. So I'm going to remind you, but this is the one thing that you have to do. It instantly eases up the brain, the kidney, the stomach. It activates everything in the body very gently. And then after that, your gratitude, your prayers, which is all, it's beautiful. I think it's one of the best things to do, to have gratitude in the morning for your work, for your life, for your day, for your bed, whatever it is that you're giving gratitude to. So that's excellent. Check for yourselves the correlation between your eyes and the sentences that you have said. What was it? Yes. Anything going on in the brain, which is the I ams, reflect in the I. We do not see things as they are. We see things as we are. Therefore, whatever is going on in the brain is going to filter the way that you perceive and see in the world, right? It's raining. One person is thinking romance, the other person is thinking, when are my clothes going to dry? But the rain is the same. It depends how your head is programmed. And if somebody tells you, my God, it's raining, it's so cool, come on, let's go out, let's get wet, let's take some of our clothes off, and you'll be like, what are you saying? That's just that many more clothes that I will have to wait to dry, right? You respond to what you see because of what's going on in your brain. So number 5, my darlings, depending on how negative your mental chatter is, and the negativity of your mental chatter usually reveals itself in the first 1 minute when you wake up, depending on what you're doing. Within a minute, everything else will start. My to-do list, this is left, that is left, this has not happened, that has not happened, kids have not yet woken up, husband has not had his breakfast, that has gone off, oh my God, not a good wife. That in 1 minute, you know the state of positivity or negativity in the brain. And in here, all of us have a bit of a disadvantage, because the fact is that the brain is programmed for negativities. I'm going to come back to this. Number 4, you will not guess what number 4 is, but my God, the things it does to our brain and our eyes is incredible. And number 4 is regrets. You would not think that regrets were messing up your eyes, but regrets are messing up the eyes, because regret does not let you look forward. It's what we want our eyes for, right? Out of all the senses that we have, your ears can hear this much. Your nose can smell this much. Your eyes can see beyond, right? You can stand on top of a tall building and look at the curvature of the earth, but you can't hear that. You can't touch that. You can't smell that. Your eyes are the most potent of manifesting tools. With regret, there is always a pullback. With regret comes guilt and shame. I wish I had done that. I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I had said this. I wish I hadn't said this. I wish I hadn't agreed to this relationship. I wish I had agreed to that relationship. Regrets are a huge burden on the brain. For manifestation, the thing that we want is open, free, clear bandwidth. Our brain decides our bandwidth, because the brain talks to us through the mind. If our mind's bandwidth is gone in this, I'm like this, life is like that, my maid is like this, my house is like that, my community is like this, my country is like this, and oh my God, I wish I'd never moved here. Where is the bandwidth for manifestation? Is gone. So when your eyes see, your eyes will only look for the negativity, because that is the program running. Even if you have looked at something good, by the time that 2D image has flipped, the flipping takes place in the mirror of negativity. What will you see? And when you see like that, there is no way you can see opportunities for yourself. I wish I had not quit my job. I wish I had not left this city. You know, I wish I had married when I had the chance. I wish I had left when I had the chance. All of these do not let you do the one thing that eyes are meant to do, which is to look forward. And the other thing that eyes are meant to do is cry. In regrets, there are many unshed tears. The eye's job is to weep, because this is how the eye cleanses what? The brain. It lightens up the brain. It lightens up your chest. It lightens up your lungs. It lightens up your heart. How many of y'all with unshed tears, my darlings? Unshed tears are one of the leading causes of heaviness in the chest, although that also happens with overwhelm and anger, and heaviness in our lives. Excess weight carries a lot of unshed tears, especially weight that seems to be a little floppy and flabby, that seems to slosh as you walk. All of those are unshed tears because you haven't let the eyes do their second job. Equally important as the first one, which is you got to see. If you can see it, you can hold it in your hand. Bob Proctor said that. The number 3 thing messing with your eyes, because it's messing with your brain, is stress. Pluto retrograde in April, Saturn retrograde in May, Uranus retrograde in May, Jupiter retrograde in June. We are not looking at easy times. We are looking at stress ahead. We are looking at, and I'll tell you why. Anytime a retrograde takes place, we are put in a state of upheaval. The wave goes up, takes a while to come down. And all change is frightening and stress-inducing. And Pluto is not even about change. It's transformation. Meaning I was this yesterday, and today I can't recognize, so that was because I am just this other person today. So being challenged, being thrown out of comfort zones, these are not easy places to look at. You know, when you see that chocolate pastry at 2 a.m. in the morning, your eyes are seeing the chocolate pastry. Your brain is saying, let's have it, right? One half of the brain is also saying, don't have it. Then the other half of the brain is saying, no, it's okay. I'll start my diet tomorrow. The eye has shown you what you have done with what you have seen comes from here. Your eye would also be showing you the bananas next to that chocolate cake, right? But your brain is only going to take up that chocolate cake. Stress is a deal breaker. Eyes cannot handle stress because the brain is not meant for stress. And there are 2 reasons for all the things that I'm saying. So it's all going to tie in. Let me give you reason number 2. And reason number 2, which is also one of the reasons that we want to do an eye call, is anger. And this year, which is Mercury's year, we will have lots of reason to get in touch with anger and the family of anger. Irritations, annoyances, temper tantrums, frustrations. These are the energy of the year, along with everything good as well. Anger, repressed anger, compressed anger, obstructed anger, suppressed anger, depressed anger, all of these immediately do what? Blind our eyes, right? You can have blinding rage. It doesn't help us see properly. Stress, on the other hand, limits our vision, because stress, when we are stressed out, the body goes immediately into life and death. There are no mid parts to the body, because the evolution of biology will follow the evolution of consciousness. First, the brain will ascend. After that, the body will ascend, where we will say, you know, it's a presentation. It's not a tiger running at me. It's a baby crying. You know, it's not me holding on to the edge of a cliff with one hand, because right now the body reacts the same way to everything. Right? One more thing gets added to your day, you feel like you're going to fall apart. Whereas it may actually not be that big deal a thing. But first, evolution of consciousness, and then the evolution of biology, where when our eyes see that it's a tiger, we will go into life and death. Where when our eyes see that it's only a presentation, we will have much calmer and appropriate responses. Reason number one, that bandwidth, your eyes are troubling you, bothering you. Can you guess what reason number one is?
If anybody is writing something in.
Can you guess what reason number one is? What is the one thing you hate to see?
Personally, I've been asked this question a lot actually the last few days. What is the one thing that makes you really angry? And I say being lied to.
Excellent. And that is the answer. The number one reason for eye trouble is lies. Everything, negativities, stress, regrets, anger, lies, all of these cause pressures and inflammations. The brain is a very soft tissue, which is why it has a layer of water, and then it has the thickest, strongest part of our bone structure, which is our skull, because it's fragile. Its temperature needs to be maintained. Its sugar levels need to be maintained. Its clearness needs to be maintained. All of these make it very difficult to do that. The two physical qualities of everything I've mentioned are pressures and inflammation. And both of these are maximum with lies. You know how it angers us to be lied to? For those of you all who know what gaslighting is, it's a lie, right? You're being lied to. So it's so, you want to shut your eyes, you want to open your eyes, you want to kill somebody, you want to close your eyes, you want to open your eyes, you wish you were dead instead of going through this. It's terrible. It's terrible. Because what is the job of the eye? Neelu, I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah. What is the job of the eyes, my darling? One is to cry. But what is the first job?
See it as it is, without interpretation.
The insertion of light, which is, you see it how it is, right? Because light is constantly coming in. I can see all of y'all, because light is bouncing back from the screen to my eyes. A lie is a sliver, razor blade of darkness. When we see a lie, when we hear a lie, it does something to the light in us. You know, like this is a beam of light, right? Easy, flowing, beautiful, warm, radiant, loving. And in the middle of this, I put in a sharp slice of a knife. That's what a lie is. If you have had glasses from your childhood at a very early age, you were picking up on a lot of lies. Maybe your parents were saying horrible things. Maybe your parents were doing horrible things, not even to you, maybe to somebody else, maybe to a sibling, maybe to each other. And you picked up on those lies. Life is hard. Money is hard. I am not good enough. Other people have it easier. I shouldn't have been born. I'm such a burden. Lies, all lies. There are lies that you will be dealing with right now in your life. And because you would have been living with these lies for so long, they will feel like the truth. Identifying those lies requires that you have good eyesight. And this year, my darlings, you will come face to face with a lot of truth, and therefore a lot of the lies. If you have bought into the lies, you will refuse to see the truth. Eyes will get worse, because the eyes require the input of light until they are, unless they are resting, which is at night time. The time for eyes to rest is from 10 p.m. onwards. Like, there's a reason, right, why the wise ones told us to get to bed by 9:30, 10. 9:30, 10 is when the eyes need to let go of seeing light. Why? Because it's nighttime. Because there's no sunlight as such. And our eyes are attuned to the alignment of universal cosmic cycles. 9:30, 10, if you haven't been sleeping, and by the way, that's tip number 1. If you haven't been sleeping between 9:30, 10, I guarantee your eyes will bother you. I asked you what's the first thought you have in the morning. Now I'm asking you, how are your eyes when you wake up? Have you even noticed?
In fact, a lot of questions also coming in, Nidhu.
Yeah.
A lot of questions also coming in, and you just asked that question. I just wanted to ask you one thing here, Nidhu. You mentioned negativities and regret and stress and anger and lies. When you said that the eyes, the primary job is to shed tears, but then imagine from childhood this gets set in, right? Because how many of us used to cry easily as children, maybe still do, but when as a child you cry, what's the first thing you're told? Why are you being such a crybaby? Do you have, do you have no control?
Yeah.
Is this anything to be upset about?
Yeah.
Why are you crying?
Yeah.
So it starts from there, really.
Absolutely.
If not even earlier.
Absolutely. And again, the lie, right? The lie is that now I'm a crybaby. Now I don't have the right to cry. Now it's a bad thing to cry. Now I must cry only in silence and away from everybody. So instead of being hugged and held and reassured and comforted and your hair stroked, you are now doing it in the isolation and loneliness of a bedroom or a bathroom, which makes you cry even more, because you have to now hide it. But it's a lie. It's a lie that you mustn't cry, or that you mustn't cry very much, or that there should be a limit to how much you're crying. I remember I was working with this young girl, and for her it was, I can't stop crying. I just can't stop crying. And so the judgment was, in fact, her mother brought her in for doing some amount of work because she wouldn't stop crying. She would not do it publicly, but she would keep going, moving away to a separate place, and she would just weep and weep and weep. And that also, right? How many tears? And she was severely obese. So how many tears she's carrying around that were now leaving the body? We worked on it for a while, but she was very young. I don't work with people below a certain age, so I finally recommended that they speak to a psychologist and a psychiatrist. And she's tons better now. It's been almost 5 years. She's tons better now. Tons better. Even has a job, goes out. She's getting there. What was I saying? Yes, this was about crying. The fact is that there is another word we've been using instead of lies. And that word, sometimes we use, is belief systems. The other word, way more powerful than belief systems, although it's the same thing, is judgments. Each judgment we've had, this is the best cake of my life. Is that true? No, right? You will have another cake. Something will surpass this. You know, all give me a judgment. Everybody else has it easier. Is it true? Nothing ever works for me. Is it true? Nobody loves me. Is it true? And like that, there are lies, like, for example, for far-sighted people. And far-sighted people are those who need to wear glasses to read close by. Far-sighted people have the lie that they have to do everything on their own. If you're farsighted, just check for yourself. And that they are doing things on their own. Nearsighted have this lie that I'm not sure it will be there later or not. I need to grab everything coming my way right now. Even if it's crumbs, let me take it. Who knows about tomorrow? And what are the other, what else happens? I mean, farsighted, nearsighted is the most obvious ones, right? With eyes. But what else is there? Astigmatism. Astigmatism is I need to do it by myself all at once. So everything must get over like right now. Everything must get finished and in this short or whatever squeezed amount of time. In presbyopia, I am not going to change my mind. I would rather be rigid than change. I don't like change. I don't enjoy change. I'm not giving up how I think.
People have been, it's just been pouring in. So Rani says she feels heaviness. Nitin says blurry when I wake up. Nishi says tired eyes in the morning, heavy, strained. Vandana says my eyes seem very tired. Kala says stressed eyes, not enough sleep. Cynthia says my eyes are dry and itchy when I first wake up. Ria says I easily cry. Dipali says my eyes are itchy in the morning, have allergies in the eyes. Shruti says my eyes are dry. Kay says eyes are tired and dry in the morning. Tejal says different every day. Nishtha says eyes feel tired upon waking up. Desire to keep them shut most of the times. Jasmita says my eyes are good. I can see clearly. That's awesome. Chitra says my eyes feel puffy and sunk in early in the morning. Sadhana says eyes are dry and sore and unfocused when I first wake up. And Juliana says my eyes are scratchy in the morning. Eyes are often dry and stuck a little in the morning, says Annette. The Shruti says, what about puffiness and bags under the eyes? Why do we have that? Archana says, I have continuous eye pain, which always gives me a headache. And there are questions along with that now that are also pouring in. There is one question from Kenna that says, how about that you want to let your regrets go, but somehow your family members or your close pals keep reminding you? How do we overcome that?
It's a good point. Things take longer when you are in the presence of those who would like you to stay exactly where you are instead of looking and moving forward. By the way, before we move forward, we always need to look forward, right? Nobody's closing their eyes and stepping out of the door, correct? So invariably, if you're feeling stuck in your life, it's because you are not seeing a way out. You are not being able to look forward, which is why you're not being able to move forward. For everything everybody else has mentioned, heaviness and puffiness invariably has to do with stress. Dry, scaly, dry itchiness, hot, warm eyes invariably have to do with anger. Tired eyes come from having seen too many lies and bought into a lot of them. Seen a lot of negativities, bought into them. Seen a lot of judgments and are holding deep judgments of the self. It's very exhausting. No bandwidth. Between these five, no bandwidth for manifestation whatsoever. So and I think this is one of my few calls where I've spoken for so long and not done a decree. So my darlings, please get ready. Please have water. Whatever it is your eyes are going through right now, just see what happens as I give this primary clearing for them. And when you check your eyes, I also want you to check your head, your neck, your shoulders. It's as simple as this. Pressures dissolved. pressures resolved, pressures melted away, pressures you can leave now, pressures inside you, you can leave now, pressures on you, you can leave now, pressures around you, you can leave now, pressurized, you can leave now, pressurized, you can leave now, pressures, you can leave now. Don't know how to let go of these pressures, you can leave now. Pressures removed, pressures on you removed, pressures around you removed, pressures eased up, easy, easy, ease, ease, easy, easy, ease, 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 lighter, 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 pressures offloaded, 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 pressures you can leave now. Be gone, be gone, be gone, removed. Pressures removed. Pressures released. Pressures offloaded, 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 offloading, offloading, offloaded. Pressures removed. Pressures removed. Pressurized, offloaded, pressurized, offloaded. Pressures in you, offloaded. Pressures on you, offloaded. Pressures around you, offloaded. All pressures from the past, offloaded. All pressures from the future, offloaded. All pressures from your family, offloaded. All pressures from your ancestors, offloaded. All pressures from past lifetimes, offloaded. Pressures gone, all gone. Take your time and take your time, my darlings. Fully process whatever is happening. You check your eyes, you check your head, you check neck, you check your jaws, you check your shoulders.
I immediately, like throughout, even while you were saying it, I I wanted to stretch my arms a little backwards. I was smiling because this was such a classic case of sometimes you just don't want to do the work yourself, but the moment somebody else says it or does it for you, it's a relief. So the smile was there as relief. And I think my favorite word in was offloaded.
Yeah.
And yawn. I
Yeah,
yawned
because pressure.
so much.
Nice. Nice. How are your eyes doing? Are they watering? Are they calmer? Are they less itchy? Because I want to do the next round. Everybody ready?
Uh,
Go
People
ahead.
have just written in. Rupal says she's feeling light. Rupali says anger coming out. Rani says feeling light.
Good.
Nisha says shoulders feeling relaxed. Bharti says chucked off the pressure. Alice says my forehead is itching and then it extends down to my whole face around my mouth area as well. Excuse me. Dolly said the burp has also come. Sorry. Dolly says I
Good.
could feel all stress leaving literally. Daksha says lots of yawning. Linda says it felt so lovely and I feel lighter and less tense. Offloaded really wowed. Dipali says feeling sleepy. And Sadhana says, didn't even realize I was under so much pressure. Kala says light. Nehal says releasing. Angel says headache gone, eyes clear and calm. And Gwen
Good.
says feeling a number of releases, eyes watering. Yawning, watering, voting. Straight away, I felt pressures in my neck released, says Cynthia. Jasmeeta says calmer, watery eyes. Amok says yes, eyes are more moist than before. And Raki says pain.
Good.
Pain.
Where is the pain? In the eye?
Raki, can you just confirm if it's in the eye that you're feeling the pain?
Yeah, let us know. Let me do this next bit and tell us again how you're doing after that, because pressures, of course, can cause pain, but so can inflammations. Inflammations, in fact, are always present in pain. And I want to take a look at that. The thing is, we must have warm feet and a cool head. What invariably ends up happening because of everything that we are carrying and what's going on in our head, in our brain, and our minds, is that we end up having a hot head. Hot heads instantly start affecting the eyes because the heat from the head starts drying up the delicacy of the fluid in the eye as well as the delicate covering of the eye. Heat, I mean, can you go towards flames? You might still be able to put your hands closer, but you'll keep a distance with your eyes, right? And all inflammations have to do with anger. Although stress beyond a point is also inflammation in the body. Negativities are very quickly inflammations in the body. Regrets, if they have been judged, like if they are constantly on a loop, they become inflammation in the body. Anger is already inflammation in the body. And lies are darts of fire into the body. They are inflammatory. There isn't a single one of us who can stand a lie without wanting to just explode. And invariably, because we're good people, because we have certain societal etiquettes to maintain, instead of exploding, we implode. And then our eyes pay a price for it. So, ready, my darlings? Please have a sip of water. Oh my, my water's over.
Raki has confirmed yes, Nidhu.
It's in the eyes?
Eye and shoulder, I think she mentioned. And there are one or two other people also who've said head is paining with eyes, Archana says.
Okay.
Bharti says hot head, cold feet, as in she has them.
Yeah, hot head, cold feet. This means that the energy has become completely the opposite. Where now your mind is doing all the planning, because your mind is now furiously planning sweet revenge, how to be competitive, how to be number one, how to show the other person that you are better or good enough, and your feet are not taking any action because cold feet cannot move forward. And your eyes are not seeing another way out. So this reversal of polarity, what was her name you said?
Raki.
Raki. So Raki, I'm hoping that by the time the call ends, that you will see a little more health in your head being cooler and your feet being warmer. Just give me 1 second, everybody.
Just quickly bringing this in for Vandana. Nidhu, she's written, I have a sty in my left eye and my tear gland has got blocked. Vandana, has your tear gland gotten blocked after the process or is this from before? Just let us know. And while we wait for Nidhu to come in, I'm just, since before, thank you, Vandana. Okay. There's a number that I can see, I don't see the name. Nidhu, they say, I have a pain in the left side of the back. And Linda says, we were taught to hold the head and bottom of spine to bring head and spine into the same temperature. Right.
Nice.
Preeti says, screen is more blurry now. And there's that.
Yeah.
Stiffness in the shoulders and neck, says Thanveer.
Correct. And why have I asked you to check shoulders and neck, face also? Because the brain is still here, right? The brain is not just our eyes. Our brain is this entire part connected immediately to our neck and shoulders. In fact, a lot of what goes on in our ears also impact our eyes. I'm glad somebody brought up blurry vision, So blurry vision happens for two reasons, and it's fascinating. The number one blurry vision happens is when we are faced with a lie. For a second, for a momentary second, our vision blurs. And when we are faced with something unfamiliar. So it takes a little while for the brain to acclimatize to something new. If you are constantly seeing this Zoom screen, you'd be fine. If I suddenly brought an instant tele seminar and you hadn't been on it before, there's a disarray in the brain that takes place because there is a period of adjustment to what is new. And in that period of adjustment, you will notice your eyes are not seeing it properly. Like somebody else is saying, look, it's right at the bottom of the page, just click that. And you are going to be saying, I can't see it. It's not showing on my page because for that little bit, the eyes blur. So the eyes blur with lies and the eyes blur with the unfamiliar. And by the way, Pluto is all about embracing the new. Uranus is all about trying out the new opinions, new mindset, new approaches, new actions, new relationships, everything about the new. And 5D is also a very new place for us. It's not really a place, it's a vibration. And most of us access it temporarily. We get into that high vibration, we come back to this vibration. So this newness, we want our brains to be a little stronger to receive it. Let me just do a little bit of work on inflammation and you see how it is. Neelu, will you play the video, Ma? Everybody's had their turbocharged visionary water? Yes?
Nidhu, this is the cleared and cleaned, right?
Yeah. I just want you to watch this. And I want you to watch this while holding your middle finger at the top joint. So middle finger at the top joint. Iconic mudra 1.
First.
Yeah. You're going to put it down. I'm going to continue even after the video is over, but just watch. If you feel like closing your eyes, close your eyes. Watch it. You can blink, no problem. Watch it as long as you can watch it. I think it's about 4.5 minutes. Just have a look at it. It'll also be part of your email, your replay email. So even if you can't see it through till the end right now, you'll have it with you to try it on the other days as well.
I just need a moment.
Power get you.
Can you just tell me if you can see the screen?
No, Mom. If it's not showing, no problem. Let me at least do the decrease.
And it's here.
Okay.
Please tell me you can see this.
Yes, we can see the list of things.
Yeah. Oh, is that also still showing? I'll just
remove it. That's the only thing that's showing.
Really? I'm so sorry.
It's okay. New things. So for a moment, the eyes will blur and the brain will go into freeze or disarray, and it's absolutely fine.
Stop the share. I tried to play the video, but to me it was showing, but it was not showing for you, right? Only my listed screen was showing.
No.
Okay. Let me see if I can just play it as an audio.
Okay. It's on YouTube right now anyway.
Right. So give me 1 second.
Yeah. Let me complete this. Men, I want you. Oh, it's playing.
There it is.
Men,
and this is the magic of the team and Amrish. Thank you.
Thank you. Men, I want you to hold your left side top middle finger. Women, I want you to hold your right side top middle finger and hold it gently. We've not got volume, but just look at it anyway. Calm. calming, calm, calming, calm, calming, cool, cooling, cool, cooling, cool, cooling, calmer and calmer, cooler and cooler, calming, 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 calmer and calmer, and cooler and cooler, cool, cooling, cool, cooling, cool and cooler, cooling and cooled, cool, cool, calmer and calmer, calmer and calmer, cooler and cooler, calm, cool, cool, calm, calming, cooling, calmed, cooled, calmer and calmer, and cooler and cooler, and calmer and cooler, and cooler
Clearing
and calmer,
and cleaning. Clearing 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 and cleaning. Cleared. Cleared. Cleaned. Cleaned. Cleared. Cleared. Cleaned. Cleaned. Cleared. Cleared. Clean. Clean. Cleared and cleaned. 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 Cleared and cleaned.
Thank you. Please continue holding the middle finger. At the same time, check how your eyes are doing. Check how your forehead, your head, your neck, your shoulder is doing. This particular hold is magical. It's amazing for the eyes, although there are other mudras as well that work very well. If you can do this for 10 minutes on each side, on both sides, once a day, you will see a noticeable difference on the same day. But for the remaining heat, hot, dry, itchy, allergies, please let us do this. You can open your mudra.
So before we move on, sorry, please go ahead.
You're going to take a sip of water and keep it in your mouth for a couple of seconds, swallow it. And then you're going to take a sip of water and keep it in your mouth for a minute, even 2 if you can. and spit it out. And then tell me, how are your eyes doing?
While we have everybody do that, please do that. Hold it for a few seconds, swallow, then hold it for a few and go spit it. Nidhu, there are a whole bunch of responses that did get missed. They're just pouring in. And this is from the first set, and I'm waiting for the second set to come in with all this also being done now. There is, Bharti said that I agree, I imploded as a child, so got specs at the age of 8. Then somebody, okay, Gwen said, my left eye is now twitching like crazy. This is before this round, Nidhu. Linda asked, what about cataracts? Suman said, a lot of itching around the eyes. Christine said that my eyes are red and itchy every morning. I have now gone from an 8 to a 4. Chitra says that my whole upper body was vibrating as you were saying the decrease the first round. Is there any reason for that? And Nilesh said, do we need to keep repeating what Nidhu says while healing, decreeing? No, Nilesh, you just listen in for now. And Connie says, my eyes are fine, yet pronounced pain in the stomach. Sumer says, my eyes are much less blurry and shoulders are lighter. Seema says, I have burning in the eye. And Dolores has also asked what causes cataract. And Romelyn, in fact, has written and says that after the cataract surgery, my eyes are now dry and at times blurry. So Rashmi says, I have been operated 4 times in the last 6 months for retina tears in my right eye. They have now put in 5,000 cc of silicone oil. Even after this, the eyesight will be 50%. 50%. Edith has asked, if an eye pattern started very young, can it, Nidhu, you'll have to stop me when you want to say something because the list of comments and questions is really long.
Please go on.
All right. Edith says, if an eye pattern started very young, can it be that the lies are buried very deep so that the owner even doesn't realize it anymore as a lie? He was manipulated. Sometimes I thought, he was very manipulated. Sometimes I thought I know him better than he does. And every time when I spoke about something that for me was the root of all manipulation, he became furious. This is what Edith has written in. Ranjali says, I have a condition called Fuchs dystrophy, Fuchs'. I hope I pronounced that right. Then Meeta said that her nape is heavy. Dipali said, after the decrease just done, it felt suddenly very light all over from the head to shoulders. Had some pull in the neck and shoulder and eyes burning, soften up. I'm moving. Now what people have been writing in is that, should I tell you about the responses now after this round? Yeah. So Tejal said, watering and itching, a lot of yawning, upper body feels lighter. Alice says, I spit it out already and now I have HD vision, high definition. Yogesh says, eyes and shoulder feeling light. Dipali says, feeling actually cooling effect all over. And Angel said, okay, that's a question. I'll just come back to it. Anil says, when I was listening to the decrees, my hand was automatically increasing the pressure on the hold so much that my top of middle finger became numb when I left the mudra. Gwen says there is less blurriness. The right eye still has a veil from the fire damage last weekend. And okay. Nitin says left lazy eye from childhood. And now there are questions. Heidi says, my grandfather went blind as a young man. I loved him very much. And he was the person who loved me the most. So it is in my mind that I was mimicking him with my bad eyesight. Vinita Chade says, sleepy. Connie says, stomach cleared now. Anju says, feeling sleepy. Actually, Nidhu, even I can feel that heaviness in the eyes, heaviness as in, that oh, you drowsiness when you shut your eyes and you want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Even I am feeling, even I felt that for sure. And automatic pressure on the middle finger, says Ashish. Cynthia says, I see more light about the room. My shoulders are very loose.
Good.
Chaya says, I kept getting distracted looking at recording icon, Amrish name at the bottom, who joined, who left. Yeah. And it says feeling much lighter in my neck and shoulders. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
The thing with like for a specific disorder of the eye that has already gotten a label, one of the things that helps a lot is to see what happened around the time that it started. Like I've seen with cataracts, some people rapidly develop it. Like it just becomes this full blown cataract that has to be operated on. And for some people, it takes a while, like takes quite some time. They've lived with that little rim around their eyes for a while. The cataract is about hardening beliefs. Actually, anything that is soft in the body when it starts hardening is about hardening beliefs, hardening judgments. And cataracts are a way of not allowing that much light in. So, light, let me give you some other words for light. There's, of course, love, not being able to receive that much love, attention, success, money, because money makes us feel light, right? It's lovely to get money, right? Or to see it on its way to us. So take a look at your life as to what happened around that particular time, and you will see that that there was something coming towards you that you were not very comfortable with. I must also mention that in the body there is regular wear and tear, and there are some natural contracts of degeneration that every organ has. Like the standard age for eye is 40 and beyond. Most people get reading glasses by the time they're 42, 45. Then most people get bifocals by the time they're 55, 60. So there is one standard age. You can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now. Broken, 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 broken. Disabled, disabled, disabled. You don't have to buy in those systems. But there is, I mean, the body cannot stay the way it was when we were 10 and 20 forever. So allowing for the natural wear and tear and decay of the body, take a look at what is going on and what can be your most reasonable expectation. One of the things I wanted to say about the eye call is that even if your eye power doesn't come down, it could, by the way, and you could definitely arrest it. So scientifically, you have, it is said that your eye power goes up every year or 1, 2, 3 years. Like it goes up. I've had the same eye power for 7 years. It is possible to arrest that. And even when I did get my glasses, I took almost a year, and I think that's why I had that one change. And then after that, I have not changed. I've got my sturdy little pink reading glasses, but that's about it. It took me a while to get used to wearing glasses, but then I couldn't read my beloved books very easily, so I had to take them on. And I'm suspecting, I'm sensing, I'm seeing that there is a little bit of a change next year. So, okay, that's good. Eyes, you done well. You allow and accept certain degenerations to take place. They're just telling you you've lived long. I also want to say that for those of us who are continuously exposed to negativities, stress, anger, inflammations, pressures, meaning you are in toxic, unhealthy relationships or environments, please don't expect great results for your eyes, because there is no way your eye is going to want to see what is going on around you. So, in working with the eyes, two things have to take place. One, you look and see where you're looking. And the other, completely different, which is where the brain also comes in, you have to have acceptance of what you see. For example, do you see yourself with eyes of love, or do you see yourself with eyes of judgment? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? How do you see?
I've and it's not easy. It's never easy to say stuff like this ever, is it? I didn't know really, that I was doing this. And I realized how judgmentally I have been looking at myself for the longest time ever. Longest time ever. And if this is something that you don't even realize that you're doing it, because it's just there. What's the word? Insidiously so? Is that the word? Because you're like, wait, what is that? This thing?
Yeah.
And my double chins are showing today, or something,
Yeah.
or you're passing by the mirror and then you realize that one part of your body is actually reached the mirror before you have, and then you're immediately like, oh my god, what is that going on? So it's just I think it's just there, and you don't even realize how much damage you do to yourself.
Absolutely.
With that. Absolutely. So yeah, even the acceptance of the damage is a huge thing, I think, by itself.
Absolutely. One, to even first be aware that this is happening, and then the acceptance. Because remember, my darlings, what the eyes are seeing in the mirror is you inverted in 2D. What the brain is flipping is the judgments, the I ams. And as we go to 5D, there will be more acceptance. There will be more love, compassion, even beauty, attractiveness, sexiness for whatever your body type is. Where you look in the mirror and say, wow, where have you been? Well, however you are, whatever the body type, however you look, the I am judgments that cover and filter and make our vision. Let me do a very quick clearing on that. There's a longer version. I don't know how long that version is, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, but we're going to do just 1 minute version of it, right? Let me give you iconic mudra number 2. And actually, wait a minute. Neelu, just give me iconic 4, the point.
Okay. And while I'm getting that up, just wanting to, you want the point of iconic 4. Okay.
Point 4.
Just giving you a quick feedback on what everybody's written in. Alice says, I see a pretty girl in the mirror every morning. Bharti says, I put myself after others. Then Ashish says, I tell myself, I love you, Ashish, when I brush my teeth in the morning.
So cool.
Yeah, so cool. Sadhana says, I definitely see myself with eyes of judgment. Chitra agrees. Gwen says, look in the mirror with love and then also see the aging, and with that judgment, then back to love. It's a practice. It's tough to see the faster aging in a drier climate, and then accepting that is part of my choice.
Correct.
And Ashish says, I really love the way you speak about the eyes, the 5 emotions. They're awesome and strike a chord in my heart right away. Love you, Nidhu. And Chaya says, I don't look much at myself. Is that another form of avoidance? It would definitely affect your eyes anyway.
Could be. Because who are you not looking at, my love? Right. There is you, there is the body, but there's also the I ams that you're not looking at, right? Trying not to confirm I am not so great. I'm not looking so good. Others look better than me. Can leave now, can leave now, can leave now. All lies, all lies, all lies.
Yes, can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can.
So I wanted to, sorry, Nidhu, I've just come in with this very quickly. When you said this and I shared and everybody's sharing, I'm sure this must have an impact somewhere. So I'm putting it out there for you to see where it comes up and what's the reasoning or explanation behind that. Is that when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't see myself as I do see myself a certain way, but when and this I'm saying because it just happened like a day back again, and when Pramod looks at me is when I see it in his eyes. So what am I missing out on? What is he seeing that I'm not seeing?
His brain has program of, I love this woman. Your brain has program of, what does it have program of? I am not my ideal weight and That means something and something's not okay with me, and I am not acceptable. So there will be all of that. And
Right.
when we start working on these lies, when we start working on judgments, it's great fun. You'll pick up on some judgments, you won't pick up on some judgments. It's like Edith said, right? How would you even know? You will know with the way that your eyes are. You will know what your eyes are telling you, because your eyes will react to whether it's the truth or a lie. Light is truth. Light is wisdom. Light is positivity. Light is awareness, which is why the truth never hurts us. Sorry, can hurt us, never damages us. A lie is damaging as much for the one who has spoken it or done it as much as for the recipient. Because imagine somebody is also shooting these little bolts of fire, right? These little bolts, these slivers, these razor blades. So how much must be in them? It's and Heidi said this, right? Yes, she loves her grandfather and could be mimicking, for sure. For sure, the ones we love, however they were and whatever were their disorders or their shortcomings, we will take it on ourselves. It's a way for us to feel like they and us are more deeply connected, because that's what we all want at the end of the day, right? We just want to feel a little more connected. In ascension, you will realize the importance of having that connection first with yourself. So when you take a look at you, when you open your eyes and look inward, whatever it is you're seeing, you will know how to handle it. Even if what you're seeing is terrible, it's awful. It's, I remember a past life where I was a murderer. Or I remember a past life when I was Genghis Khan. These are tough things to look at. These are tough things to see. And therefore, first you got to strengthen the first you got to strengthen the brain. Then when your eye looks, you will see. So the I ams and the clutter of the I ams and the negativities of the I am and the stresses of the I am and the angers of the I am and the lies of the I am is what we want to let go of. And we're going to do this both physically, visually, as well as verbally. This particular point that I am showing you, this point at the base, between the index finger and the middle finger, I just want you to start poking at it.
Any hand, right, Nidhu?
Any hand. If there is pain in it, in that particular area, the opposite side's eye is affected. If you've had burning, itching, allergies on one side, the opposite hand will reveal pain. Like, try it. If it's revealing pain, still continue the poking with how much ever pain you can bear. Then on the opposite. You can close your eyes and do it too. You need to do it just for 1 or 2 minutes on both sides. This is not just fluffing out all the negativities and the stresses and the toxins and the angers and the inflammations and the pressures. This is also a eye massage, even though it doesn't look like any kind of massage.
It's interesting you said that, Nidhu, because I was doing both sides and I can feel something here.
Nice. Your optic nerve goes from there anyway. And your ears are very close to the eyes. In fact, when I was looking at the eye and how the eye works, and I saw where the ears were, you know how for doctors it's the ENT? And I can very easily see how the E can be not just the ear, it can be the eye as well. Because all the pressures of the neck, of the shoulders, I could see how it was coming from the head and how the head was putting the pressure on the optic nerve. By the way, the optic nerve and ophthalmologist, and is the only doctor who, when he shines a light in your eye, can see into your brain. Like he's the only doctor who can see the optic nerves. Like it's supposed to be incredible. Like he can actually see into your brain. Like see, I'm not saying the whole brain, but the optic nerve part of the brain. So he gets a view in. And in fact, if you will do regular eye checkups, and he is a good doctor, he will be able to tell you about high blood pressures. He will be able to tell you diabetes before you have it. He will be able to tell you risks of strokes. You go to a good doctor, you get your eyes properly tested, and he will be able to tell you what you may have to watch out for or not. Because the brain. Because everything begins there, the seat of consciousness. So, and the eyes reveal it after that. Okay, you've done this?
Yes, in fact, there are people, Connie's written that just feeling shivers in my lower body, hips and legs. Pooja is asking, can we press with our thumb? Is it?
You can. I'm just going to give, yeah, of course. You can massage, you can press, and I'm going to give you the hold anyway. But before you do the hold, a little bit of the poking is required. If it's too painful, do gentle tapping.
Alice says, by tapping the points, got watery eyes.
Yes.
And Bharti says, okay, my left hand hurt and my temples are throbbing. Chitra says, I didn't feel anything at all in this mudra. Can you please explain? Sorry, what is this? Oh, the point. This is actually the action that you're supposed to be showing. The picture is only showing the point where you're doing the tapping. As you can see, Nidhu do it. And if you can see.
What I want is the poking.
The poking.
Tapping is only if it's too painful. But what I want is this poking.
Romelyn's asked, what does glaucoma indicate? Chaya says, initially nothing, then slight discomfort. Okay, yes, दोनों हाथों से करना, हाथ को alternate करके करना है.
हाथ को alternate करके. 2 minutes max.
1-2 minutes ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा दोनों side.
दोनों side. And do it as pokey as possible. So where cataract is about the light coming through and us not being able to receive it, glaucoma has to do with the lies we've built up around ourselves. I have seen glaucoma primarily with those who have put a pressure cooker on their own negativities in order to be good, in order to be saviors, in order to be heroes, in order to be seen a particular way. There is complete blindness to the negativities within.
Jasmita says left hand hurting and right eye heavy. Dr. Kavita says watery eyes. Padma says my left forefinger pains while poking my right hand with it. Kalam, Yogesh, I can see you raised your hands. Please post your queries on the Telegram group, please. Thank you. So, Veena says slight burning in left eye. Yeah. And Chitra says still not feeling anything.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry.
That's fine. Yeah.
That we've got quite a bit left to take place. You know, picture abhi baki hai.
काफी picture बाकी है. हम अभी तक interval तक भी नहीं पहुंचे.
Correct. In fact,
sorry, we haven't reached the interval is what I was saying.
That's right. I mean, we were just, I was just saying there's so much I want to let you all know. There's so much I want to prepare you all for. There's so much I want you all to have that. That's why we're actually having 2 calls. There's today and there's tomorrow. Okay. This poking, massaging, poke massage, and then, Neelu, could you give them option 1? In fact, I should have asked you to put option 1 and 2 together, but I'll show them option 2. So you can hold it like this. You just put your thumb here and just hold it comfortably. Or the one that I like to do, which is this. Yeah, this option one is my favorite one. Gently put your thumb, you know the point now. You've poked it, it will be having vibrations or sensations right now. Just keep your thumb over it. It's like, I know I've poked you. I know I've not been gentle with you. Now I'm just going to hold you.
In fact, Kadambari's asked, Nidhu, just yawning and yawning and yawning. Why should this be happening? No pain anywhere.
Good, good. Yawning is removal of stagnant energies. So your energies haven't gotten stuck, but they have been stagnant. It's same old, same old. The same record is playing. Now, of course, that record will change, the song will change, and the dance will change as well.
Uma says pain in the left eye and upper eyelid and eyebrow. And Ashish said, no feeling on the hands, felt a sensation on my left ankle for a moment only, like for about 10 seconds.
Nice, nice. Still hold iconic 4 and just close your eyes and listen to this 50-second recording.
The judgment one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a moment.
Neil, we can't, there's no audio. You can leave now. There's no audio. You can leave now.
Okay, I was playing that. In fact, I put it in the group as well to ask to just check if it is happening. I'm just gonna.
Or I'll just do it for a minute. It's all right.
I'm so sorry about this. I did try them all and make sure everything was in place.
Absolutely fine. You want to put that off?
Judgment, unformed. Judgment, unformed. Judgment,
Unformed.
unformed. Judgment,
Unformed.
unformed. Judgment,
Unformed.
unformed. Judgment,
Unformed.
unformed. Judgment, unformed. Judgment, unformed. Judgment,
Unformed.
unformed. Judgment,
Unformed.
unformed. Judgment, unformed. Judgment,
Unformed.
unformed. Judgment, unformed. Judgment,
Unformed.
unformed. Judgment, unformed. Judgment, unformed.
Unformed.
Judgment, unformed.
Unformed.
Judgment, unformed.
Unformed.
Judgment, unformed.
Unformed.
Judgment, unformed.
Unformed.
Judgment, unformed.
Unformed.
Judgment, unformed.
Unformed.
Judgment, unformed.
Unformed.
Judgment, unformed.
Unformed. Switch to the opposite hand. Let us just hold it for a minute. Just 1 minute.
Nidhu, should we play the audio again?
No, ma, it's fine. Let us have some water. Let us check. How are your eyes, your eyebrows, your forehead, your neck, your shoulders?
Do you need me to get option 2 in right now?
Yeah, sure. Bring in option 2 as well. Yeah. I don't find this very comfortable, but it's an option.
Diana says, I'm feeling so light. Alice says, I started to have runny nose. Is it related? Linda says, they felt better and clearer. Bharti says, my left hand feels so heavy. Thanveer says, my stiffness in neck and shoulders lightened. Connie says, upper body is all clear, lighter, lower body still dense. Ashish says, feeling nice. Romelyn says, vision clearer, lighter. Cynthia says, neck and shoulders, some tightness, all above, light and relaxed. Bharti is yawning. Connie's feeling good otherwise. Chitra says, little moist in only the left eye. Heidi says, I can see clearer, tension in neck and shoulders almost gone, but the best. I'm so happy now. And Nishi says, relaxed, light, and cool.
Awesome.
And they feel better, eyes watering, vibrations in feet. Head is heavy, says Kadambari. And it says releasing tears. And Rani says palpitation. Nilesh says feeling light. Uma says relaxed, awesome. And I think earlier she said she was in some kind of discomfort, so that's good. Connie says feeling gentle, and Vidya says feeling sleepy. I think everyone's going to sleep very well after your call tonight. after whatever set you do tonight.
You will. Any day you work on your eyes, you will sleep better. You will remember your dreams better. Your dreams will be in sharper focus because brain. Anything you do to clear the brain invariably enhances focus and concentration as well. Neelu, did you mention Rani with palpitations? Can we unmute her? And in fact, please check with Rakhi as well, who initially had pain in the eyes.
Stopping the screen share, and I'm getting. Rani. Yes. Rani, you're unmuted. Hi, say hello. And if you can, come on video. There you are.
Good evening. Hi.
Hi, good evening. Good evening. Rani, you had palpitations?
Yeah, in the place where I was pressing with that finger, tuck, 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 tuck noise I was able to hear very clearly.
Okay, you mean
and little.
Hand. Okay, I thought you were having chest palpitations.
Even I thought that.
Oh, and I got actually the typing speed a little less now. People are pouring so many messages, so I write in a short way.
Right.
And I got some pain, slight pain in my calf muscle, ma'am. Calf muscle. Yeah. Why is it that? So you can explain me, please.
Yeah, with calf muscles, what you're letting go of is fears. So fears are the category of stress.
Oh.
Yeah. And how do you feel after that?
Oh, wonderful. Enjoying your session. Very nice. I didn't go for my walk today.
Thank you, Rani. So nice to you. Thank you.
I enjoy every session of yours, but I'm so thankful to God that I got a chance to talk to you today at last.
Thank you.
I never miss your sessions.
Oh, nice to see you, Rani. Thank you.
Same here, ma'am. Same here. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Thank you, Rani.
Take care.
So nice.
Thank you. Take care.
So nice. She made our day.
Really.
So nice to see her. She was so happy and so positive and so enthusiastic. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Rakhi's here. Rakhi's here as well.
Hi, Rakhi.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi. Please call me Nidhu.
Hello. Okay, Nidhu ma'am. Sorry, Nidhu ma'am. Yes, I'm comfortable that way. There is no pain in my eyes at all right now, but I just feel a little pressure in my crown. There was a lot of pressure in my sinuses and my ears, but after the judgment decree and all, I could feel it all get released. But there's a little pressure over here. There is no pain in my eyes. Right after the pressure and the clean decree, I felt light already. They were feeling very cool. So thank you so much.
Super. How much is the pressure on top of the head?
I feel quite a bit.
So on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is not at all and 10 is very high?
I feel at least 8.
8. So 8 times, just say, pressure, you can leave now.
Pressure, you can leave. Pressure, you can leave now. 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 Oh, that feels so good.
Doesn't it?
Magical.
It is?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I feel much lighter.
Good.
Much lighter. Thank you.
Good. Good. And all of this, my darlings, is a little bit of a preparation for what we're going to do now. I can't wait for you to try this. I'm so excited about it. And what these are divine eye drops. So in order to receive these eye drops best, it's not that we couldn't have done it right at the very beginning. It's always nice to have, it's like in yoga, we have Shavasana, right? For most people, it's their favorite pose. It's the relaxation corpse pose at the end. 9 out of 10 people, if you say, what's your favorite yoga pose, they will say Shavasana. This is like the Shavasana in the eye work. So we wanted to do a little bit of clearing. We wanted to make sure that we had seen something green that was cooling, clearing, calming. We wanted to make sure we had given ourselves a little bit of a massage. But here's one more thing that I want us to do, which is also what we will start tomorrow's call with. And this is how I want you to relax and rest your eyes. So you're going to make chinky eyes. Please forgive me. I mean no slang and disrespect. So you're going to make Chinese eyes. Okay? As kids, we would do this, we would like pretend. So Chinese eyes.
I already have them. How much further to do?
we have some Eastern blood in our family for sure. Because Nilu's photographs is, especially, when you see her, like when she's not animated, my gosh, she's absolutely chinky-eyed. It's amazing. I have a cousin, and her younger photographs are also like that. She's got these chinky eyes. Okay, so chinky eyes, but your eyes are closed. But look at me once before you close your eyes. So you're going to close your eyes, and then when I say consciously relax, I want you to consciously relax this portion, the forehead portion, while you hold this up. Okay, you're also most welcome to hold it up with the ring finger, because the ring finger is the gentlest of all fingers. And the eye area, all of these are very delicate areas. They respond very quickly to whatever pressures you put on them. So you can use your ring finger. Make Chinese eyes, please. Slant your eyes. Close them. Fingers on the ground, or not crossed at least, unless you're in Sukhasana, which is Indian cross-leg pose. Consciously relax your forehead. Consciously relax your forehead. Force, relax your eyebrows. And tug at your eyes gently one more time. Bring them down. Allow for everything to go back into position, and then check how your eyes are feeling.
Nidhu, there was Padma who had written in just a bit before this exercise that there's pain in the chest area, left side, top and middle, and right side below the breast. So I was wondering if you wanted to get her on, or asking Padma how she's feeling now.
Yeah, please do, and let's get her on. Don't like the sound of any pains on the left side of the chest.
Padma's here. Hi, Padma. Can you come
Hi.
on video if possible?
How are you doing? No, don't, yeah, however you're comfortable, it's fine.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. It was while poking my the left side and the right side, the right hand. Uh, as I was doing it, I was feeling a lot of pain in the chest, uh, near the left side heart,
Yeah.
the top and the middle part, and below the breast on the right side. It's even now it's there. It's quite uncomfortable. It's though it's not very intense, it's consistent and a dull kind of a pain.
Have you had this before?
Uh, no, not in the sense while doing something or
Ever before, like before this, have you had this?
I'm sorry, I didn't get what you said.
Before this time, before today, have you had this?
Uh, a few times when I did certain energy work, like tapping, EFT, I did get this pain. I think about 3 or 4 times in the last maybe 6 months.
Okay. And did this pain come after the decree was said, after the massage? Like at which point did the pain start?
Not after the massage. It was I was into the massage, like maybe in the middle.
In the middle of the massage?
Yes, it started paining, and my left forefinger also was paining so badly. I really couldn't poke without any discomfort. It was quite uncomfortable.
Sorry. So sorry. Quite uncomfortable. You can leave now 10 times. Please just say this.
Quite uncomfortable.
You can
You
leave.
can leave now. Quite uncomfortable. You 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 can leave.
And how are you feeling now?
Uh, I would say it's slightly better. Maybe around 30%.
Nice. Nice. Now 7 times I want you to say anger, you can leave now.
What is it?
Anger.
Uncomfortable.
Anger. Anger.
Oh, okay. Anger, you can leave now. 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 I'm sorry.
No, please don't leave. I'm sorry. What did it bring up, Ma?
A lot of hurt. I'm sorry. I'll just switch off the video.
Oh,
It's
sure.
okay.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Please take your time. You are
A lot of hurt came up. I actually know what it is. I'm well aware of what it was and what I went through, but I guess there's a lot of it inside still.
and have you not
The-
cried enough?
Yeah, I did cry a lot, buckets, but it wasn't apparently enough. There's still a lot of it left.
Correct. We are with you right now. For those of us who've also gone through, seen terrible things, had terrible things done to us, had mean, nasty parents who've said things, done things, Padma, when you cry in a group like this, you cry for a lot of us. So please take your time, and we are all with you.
Thank you. It's not about parents. It was about something else.
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah. And how is the discomfort?
The discomfort is not there. It's more of a, a kind of a tightness, which is not that bad, but as it's not the pain was more uncomfortable, but the bottom part of my right breast is still paining, but not that intensely as before.
Good. So 10 times you can say hurt and pain, you can leave now.
Hurt in me, did you say?
Hurt and pain.
Hurt and pain. Hurt and pain, you can leave now. 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 Hurt and pain, you can leave now.
And check.
Yeah. Yeah, I maybe mind feels lighter, or rather my the emotion has come down.
Good.
Yeah. I think the pain also went down by a little more, about say 20% or 30%.
Fantastic. You can keep with the hurt and pain. You can leave now 10 times, and you will see that it'll just keep reducing. It'll just keep coming down, and your eyes will feel better. Your head will definitely feel better.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nidhu.
Not at all, ma'am. Thank you for being here. And see how you feel after the divine eye drops. So
Okay.
everybody's done. Everybody has slanted eyes and consciously relaxed forehead. Yes? Have water. Please get into, uh, I think it's, Nilu, will you give us number 3, please? Iconic number 3.
Coming right up.
Yeah. And while you give it to us, let me quickly show it to you. It's as simple as this. So you're going to put your thumb in the middle of your palm. For those of you all who know Jinshin Jitsu, it's like the harmony hold with the thumb. Just put your thumb there and start. Yeah. So you put your thumb inside, let the other thumb rest in the web between your index finger and thumb. But most important, the top hand, Neelu, bring it back to me. Can you see me? The top hand must rest between, must rest between the little finger and ring finger. Yes, so actually you're just comfortably placing your hand and just adjusting the top finger. When you comfortably place your hand, the opposite thumb will automatically go in the web between the index finger and the thumb. And just put this down, please. Close your eyes. You can go off video if you want. I will be going video.
Would you like this on the screen, Nidhu?
Yeah, it can stay on the screen. You can
Any particular hand?
Either hand. Either. When I ask you to do these mudras over the next coming days, I would want you to do it on both hands. But right now, either is fine. You can lie down as well for this. You can shut the light in your room if you like. You can make it very dim light. eye drops prepared. Starting, putting the eye drops in the right eyelids, covering the eyes, opening the eyelid, starting the drops. Closing the eyelid, putting the drops over the left eyelid, covering the eye, opening the eyelid, starting putting the drops in. Closing the eyelid, keeping eyelids closed as the drops assimilate into the eye tissue, into the optic nerves, and then into the brain. Starting round 2, divine eye drops, sinus release. Applying the eye drops all along the eyebrows, to the side of the eye, under the eye, beginning with the right eye. Clearing sinuses across the eyebrow, sides of the eye, under the eye. Moving over the bridge of the nose to the left eye. Clearing sinuses across the left eyebrow, side of the eye, under the eye. Keep eyes closed for at least 3 minutes. Beginning third round, eye drops on the right eyelid, covering the eye, opening the eyelid, putting the drops in, closing the eyelid. Starting on the left eyelid, covering the eye, opening the eye, putting the drops in, closing the eyes. Stay. Let the drops assimilate. Change the position of your hands to the opposite hand. Starting round 1, opening right eyelid, putting the drops in, closing the eyelid. Starting on left eye, opening eyelid, putting the drops in, closing the eyelid. Starting round 2, clearing of sinuses. Putting the eye drops across your eyebrow, side of the eye, under the eye. Starting on the left eye, putting the eye drops around left eyebrow to the side, under the eye. Take 3 minutes. Starting round 3, right eyelid. Opening right eyelid, putting in the drops, closing right eyelid. Starting on the left eye, drops on the eyelid, opening the eyelid, putting the drops in, closing the eyelid. Take your time. When you come out of this, you may feel like your eyes are blurry, like you're not being able to focus, like your pupils have been dilated. Just close your eyes. They will come back to normal, clearer, better, and stronger. You will see sharper. You will sleep better. I always see with eyes of love. You always see with eyes of love. I always see with eyes of love. You always see with eyes of love. We all always see with eyes of love. Return whenever you are comfortable to. Stay as long as you like.
Nidhu, I was by the end with what you said, that the I see with eyes of love and you see with eyes of love. Here is where I was feeling vibrations. Here.
In a good way?
Yeah, yeah. Like I could, in Hindi we say wo jhanjhanahat,
Yeah.
yeah, it's that feeling here, and where the thumb was resting, like just resting, kept getting progressively warmer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. When that happens, especially because the eye drops are very cooling, they're also very strengthening. They work on the eyes, they work on the optic nerves, they work on the brain, because through the eyes, they actually passing through and dispersing in the brain. So you could have heat releases from the body. You could be yawning. You could be feeling heavy headed. You could be feeling like you don't want to open your eyes. You could feel like there's a weight on your eyes. And all of that are symptoms of toxic releases, toxin releases. When toxins come out, they make our blood heavy. They make our skin feel heavy. They heat up our systems, because anger, inflammations, stress beyond a point, negativities, all of these are very hot in the body. So when the body is cooling down, primarily the brain is cooling down, at that point, various parts of the body can warm up. In fact, how is everybody doing if you are out?
Diana says, my eyes are so clear and brighter. Ashish says, completely relaxed, thumb pressure progressively increased. Hansa says, I was feeling vibration near the occipital.
Yeah.
Crystal says, much better on the left side. Right side still has some slight pressure on the eye and discomfort on the shoulder blade. Chaya says, sorry.
Yeah. Chaya
says on the opposite side of the hand hold, inner eyebrows heaviness and a bit of pain, first left side, then right side. Ashish said, yes, I'm feeling a bit sweaty too, when you just explained about the brain cooling and Nilesh says, felt very sleepy and dreamy. Abhijit says, a clearer and sharper vision. Cynthia says, calm, peaceful and content. Connie says, feeling lighter. Charmaine says, great, could see purple ripples. Amanda says, calm, relaxed, and sleepy.
Nice.
And feeling much better. Thank you so much, Nidhu and Nilu. God bless you. Lots of love, says Sanjita. Connie says, thank you, Sanjita. Connie says, lots of yawning with the eye drops. Rakhi says, calm, relaxed, sleepy. Connie says, beautiful.
Fantastic. And for the one who mentioned the occipital, well,
Hansa.
Well, Hansa, when we see with the brain, we actually see with the occipital. So the occipital is this back part, right? Is this portion of the head. This particular portion, Nilu, I think it's iconic, the one with the back of the head.
Right.
Tonight when you go to sleep, you are actually going to be holding the occipital, because the occipital is the visual cortex. It is how we see. And for those of you all who have even the most rudimentary understanding of the mind, of the brain, of the limbic brain, of the occipital lobe, you will know that this portion very easily deals with fight, flight, the past, ancestral programs, family programs, and therefore family limitations, family judgments, family definitions. I'm going to take a little deeper look at it tomorrow. But for today, I want to leave you with this. Now, if you notice, I am not interlocking my fingers. I am just holding the base of the skull. Sleep like that. If your arm feels numb or heavy or tingly, open the hold. Because this is a difficult one to do just like this, right? To keep sitting like this. But it's so much easier to do when you're just lying down. And when you do this, in your mind's eye, think this particular decree, which is, I always see with eyes of love. You always see with eyes of love. We all always see with eyes of love. And the word always is the decree here. What if you always see with eyes of love and compassion, especially for yourself? What if we always see with eyes of love and compassion? What if you always see with eyes of love and compassion, which is two decrees, which is the what if decree and the always decree together.
Beautiful. Nidhu, Dr. Kavita says, relaxed. Dolly said, during round 2, I was getting shifting pain on my right side from head to toe and in my left elbow. Teresa says, can't wait for the replay to listen to all this wisdom again and take it all in. And Monal says, yawning and feeling very relaxed. Ashish is asked, what is the meaning of pain in the left ankle? This is from, I think earlier when you mentioned about the calves.
So
yes,
ankles usually have to do with fears. They also have to do with also changing direction. Like you need your ankle, right? You need your ankle to take your entire leg when you want to do something else. And you said left ankle. So
left ankle.
Left ankle. So something to do with the mother as well. Maybe the mother is holding you back, or a woman is holding you back, or somebody feminine is holding you back in your circle. But ankles are always about this particular change of direction and not being able to change direction. Like wanting a change but not being able to make the change because this particular energy is holding you back. And you may also have some fears around this energy, but that got released. So you should be able to see an opening and look forward to change taking place.
Lynn says, Nidhu, I was meant to be on this call this morning. My eyes feel so much better than when I started. I can open it without pain or blurry vision. Thank you. Vandana says, feeling good. Gina says, lots of yawning, felt at peace. It feels brighter. Thank you. Manoj asked this, why do eye floaters happen? At 42, I have a lot of eye floaters and have been told since 2 years they will go on their own, but I haven't seen any improvement.
Right. So first of all, every day, 10 times, I just want you to say, floaters, you can leave now. So floaters can come from not extreme, severe procrastination. When I say severe procrastination, I don't mean that you're not taking action, but you are saying a lot of plans that you're not acting on. Like, for example, I want to change my job. So you're saying it all the time, but you keep delaying the deadline. So you keep saying, I'll do it by tomorrow. Then you say, I'll do it by August. Then you say, I'll do it by next year, March. Then you say, when that takes place, when you keep pushing a decision to implement, floaters show up maximum. but just for 10 days. And I'm not saying that, so not for 10 days, sorry, just 10 times, just say floaters, you can leave now. Floaters gone, all gone. I'm not saying that they will all go away, but you should see a reduction. And definitely, like your doctor said, over a period of time, they do go away, especially once you start taking action.
Asha says sweating and a lot of yawning.
Good.
You were saying something, Nidhu?
Yeah, I was saying basically it's your dreams and desires floating around. So you have these dreams and desires, but you are not making them a reality. For you would have good reasons not to. Maybe you don't have enough support. Maybe it's just not the right time. Maybe there's financial insecurity. In fact, yeah, I'm seeing quite a bit of financial insecurity as well. So also add this to the what if and always. What if you always see opportunities to make, have, receive, and get more and more monies? What if money is always visible to you? What if you are always visible to money?
You know, you say the decrees for anybody or for anyone in general, the yawn, I invariably end up yawning. Like even right now, I had to go.
It's for everybody. So
it's for everybody. Yeah. So yeah, and Rani says relaxed. Vandana says thank you so much, Nidhu, for a wonderful call. Feeling light. Linda says this last hold feels very good. Excuse me.
It's wonderful.
Doreen says, sorry.
Yeah, so it's wonderful, this particular hold. Oh, it's so calming, it's so soothing, it's just, and it takes care of a lot of things within the eyes. You know, we have the cornea, we have the retina, we have the lens, we have the tissue, we have the muscle, we have the aqueous humor, we have the optic nerves. It takes care of everything. It's like a mother hold. It's like a mother eye hold.
Valerie's asked, in the eye drop, Mudra, do we open our eyes to put the drops in?
No, not at all. I open your eyes in whatever way I see your eye, because I see all kinds of things. So I open the eyes. In fact, I need you to keep your eyes closed because there is a covering. So the eye drops are actually like a semi-viscous liquid. So they're also like a gel that I put on the eyes that the eyelids also absorb. You know how eyelids can get a little dark, they can get a little heavy, they can get a little droopy. So there's a little bit of an anti-aging element in the eye drop as well.
In fact, while you were doing, in my mind's eye, I was opening my eye. Other was shut and the drop was being put in.
Yeah. That's because you see, for those of us who see beyond the eyes, you may actually see this. You may actually see this semi-viscous, very light green jelly kind of liquid that is being absorbed by your eyes, by your eyelids, by your cornea. So you could have a sense of your own eyes, inside your eyes, opening up.
So Garin's asked, thank you. What about the third eye? As in, can we see with our third eye?
For sure, for sure. In fact, one of the reasons why I wanted to do the eye call today is because today is Saturday. It's the full moon. It is Lord Saturn's day. Shanivar, we say in India. And the Lord of Lord Saturn reports to Lord Shivji, who is the keeper, maintainer, sharer of the third eye. And so the fact that we are doing work around the eyes, especially the physical eyes, especially the brain with which we actually see, all of these are actually enhancing your third eye. And I have no doubt that Lord Shivji is with us and watching over this entire exercise, because while Pluto does not have a deity assigned to him, Pluto's actions in the world are the same as Lord Shivji's. So you could say that Lord Shivji is very prominent right now. So in various ways, he'll show up, whether it's on this eye call, whether it's a third eye meditation, whether it's an invitation to a Tandav class, to a Tandav workshop. He will make his presence known in your life. He's very, very, very much walking with us on earth right now, because he is dancing his Tandav. Changes are coming, new things are coming, old things must go. Transformation is underway. You take care of your eyes, you take care of what's going on behind your eyes, which is in your brain, and you can ride the wave better. In fact, I want to quickly say that what we're going to do over the next 7 days, almost 2 weeks actually, what we're going to be doing is an entire set of daily decrees and a practice of the mudras. And the daily decrees are things that you would say, like, for example, when I'm saying, what if you always see with eyes of love and compassion? What if you are always visible to money? Like that, there's a set of decrees that we're going to do. And because it's the waning cycle of the moon, and waning means lessening, decreasing, and we want the negativities and the pressures and the stresses and the angers and the lies to decrease, that is the work that we would be doing for 14 days. We would be sharing on the Telegram group the daily decree of the day, the mudra that is recommended for the day, the hold that is recommended for the day, the reminders to stretch in the morning, and a couple of other things that we're going to share on tomorrow's call. And this particular bit, you can just come in and do this, or you can come in for 6 sessions of the divine eye drops. And we're going to do those.
Nidhu, sorry, I'm just coming in very quickly. It's 5 sessions.
5 sessions.
And I'm also asking Amrish to get the display screen up.
Yeah. So you know how we would do the divine eye drops? Like how we did it right now. We'll get together on an instant teleseminar call, but it's not a call. And you will just sit down. We will finish our conscious relaxation with slanted eyes, and we will straight away get into the receiving of the eye drops. So it's actually like you're going to be coming to a clinic, receiving the eye drops and closing. So it's actually just for 20 minutes. We're all going to get together on the group, and we're going to have these divine eye drops. The next round of the divine eye drops is on 31st, which is when this package starts as well. And my darlings, I know that y'all would all love to take some time off and just close your eyes, or even go to sleep and see how much better and deeper you sleep today. But here is how you can be part of the program coming up.
Just giving a repeat for everybody, Nidhu, basically package A is where you have the 5 divine energy calls as explained by Nidhu, and package B is where you will only be with the decrees. Okay, so see better, manifest faster. You've got daily decrees, unique recorded videos and audios, daily eye care tips, including unique eye mudras, daily morning 1-second routine, community care and support on Telegram, and of course, Q&A with Nidhu. And as Nidhu just mentioned, package A is 5 live calls plus 13 days of decrees, and package B is 13 days of decrees on Telegram. And all of this comes to you for coming right up. So package A, Nidhu, normally, which includes all these, and the calls are beginning March 31st. After that, it'll be from the week after, from April 5th, Mondays and Thursdays.
Correct.
Right, 8 p.m. India, 20 minutes each. It is a non-interactive call, as in only Nidhu is going to be talking and taking us through the download. Recordings will be available, and Nidhu, this question will come up, so I'm asking it straight off. If they miss a call and do it on the recording, is it going to be as effective?
Very much so. Very much so. Even if you catch this replay again and just go through those parts, very much valid. It will still work.
And a package like this package normally would cost Nidhu, go ahead.
Yeah, I would normally cost about 11,500 or US dollars 181. However, it is available for only 99 USD and 6,300, where we will spend 2 weeks together. We will have the daily decrees, we'll have the 6 calls, and our usual fun and laugh,
5 calls,
support and care and shares on the group itself. At the same time, if you are okay to not receive the divine eye drops and you just want to be there for those 2 weeks of daily decrees and reminders to do the mudras, as well as the reminders to stretch, that, hold your breath, is only for...
It would normally cost $5,585, but is yours for the taking for Nidhu or you?
For rupees 799 and US dollars 17
only. And just reminding Nidhu, it's 5 calls.
It's 5 calls.
Package A, yes.
It's 5 calls.
And this $799 or $17, this offer is open for you till 31st March only. All right. So, and $799 for 13 days of decrees, and not just decrees. You've got the mudras, you've got the daily reminders, you've got a whole lot of things happening. And as Nidhu said, if you're okay with not receiving the downloads, then my God, you know what? Are you seeing this? So very quickly, rounding up for everybody, it's package A would normally cost you 11,500 or $181. It's yours for the taking for only 6,300 rupees or $99. 13 days of decrees, a whole load of other things, and 5 divine energy eye drop transmissions. And package B, which is if you only want to do the decrees, normally costing 5,500 or $85, is yours for the taking for only 799 rupees or $17. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of eyes just opened up right now for a quick second to make sure they grab this offer and do so quickly and then go back. And Hindi mein hum kehte hain, chain ki neend sona, have a great night's rest. And of course, before we leave, Nidhu, final words from you.
I just want to say one more time, what if you always see with eyes of love? What if I always see with eyes of love? What if we all always see with eyes of love? What if we always see the awesome, amazing deals we always get? What if we always pick up all those amazing deals? I'm going to see you again, same time, not same place, but tomorrow. Big love, my darlings, and big hug and namaste from India.